I'm wrapped up. I've got thermal everything on, big thick socks, and I am really cold. It's a bit of a strange sight up there, isn't it? Seen a lorry on the roof of a building. Go on, you at the back. Keep up. So here I am, back at Wolverhampton, where I was a few weeks ago. So this is it. This is lock number 1. This is the top lock of the Wolverhampton flight, and I believe there are 21 locks altogether. Put it that way. And they're going to take us to the end of this canal, Birmingham Main Line Canal, and it'll stop at Aldersley Junction, where this canal ends, but it meets the Staffordshire and Worcestershire Canal. So there's 21 locks in about a distance of 2 miles, so should be lots to see. Got myself a coffee because it is freezing cold. It's Thursday the 11th of January, and yeah, really cold, so I think I better get walking and see if I can warm up. Let's go see what I can find. Right, so here's an interesting thing. The canal's actually closed for boats, that is, from here to Aldersley. Looks like there's some work being done on some of the locks. Started on the 2nd of January and due to end in March. So the canal is closed to boats, but the towpath is open. So yeah, perhaps we'll see something interesting. Okay, so I can see the second lock straight away. And quite a nice big pound after it, and straight away after that I can see lock number 3. One of the problems I often find walking along the canals is that there are very few litter bins. So I'm stuck now carrying my empty coffee carton. So it looks like the paddle on that side is out of order anyway. This one would be alright. They're not massively deep locks. I think altogether between them, the 21 locks, there's a whole drop of 132 feet from the one at the top all the way down to Aldersley Junction. So that's 132 feet. As so often, the canal is right next to the railway line. And as often, a nice little bit of graffiti. Love it or hate it, it's up to you. Lock number 4 comes on you a bit quickly immediately after this bridge. So as you go around the bend, you've got lock number 4 straight away. As usual, I've got my trusty Nicholson guide. So we're on this canal now today, and we've just reached lock number 5, this lock, and the next bridge is Cannock Road Bridge, right there. So really nice towpath here, which is what I expected this time, and I'd really wanted to bring the Brompton, get the Brompton out and go for a ride on it, but I'm sorry guys, it's just that wee bit too cold for me. I'm really quite cold. I'm wrapped up. I've got thermal everything on, big thick socks, and I am really cold. So it wouldn't have been much fun on the bike, but be assured I'll be getting that out just as soon as I can. There we are, number 6, and you can see a couple more locks dead ahead as well. So it'd be pretty challenging doing this on the boat if you were by yourself. I think you'd be pretty knackered by the end of it all. 21 locks. It's almost as bad as the tardy big flight of 30. Very similar. Quite a challenge indeed. But I like a challenge, and this is lock number 7, by the way. I really like this canal and the canals around Birmingham, and when I eventually get this bloody boat called Gladys, and yes, I am frustrated. I try not to show it too much, but I am frustrated about waiting. But when I eventually get Gladys, these are definitely canals that I want to explore and come down. Yeah, there was a time I would go out on my bike in any weather at all, any kind of weather. Snow, hail, rain, wind, freezing cold. Mind you, I was half the age then that I am now. But nowadays I just feel the cold too much. Well, hopefully this cold snap won't last too much longer. This is lock number 8. Yeah, again, they're not massively deep, this flight of locks, so they wouldn't, as long as the paddles are working nicely, they wouldn't take too long to fill up and to empty. But there are quite a lot of them. This, I think, is called Jordan's Bridge. It's just a footbridge now, by the looks of it. There's a bit of a strange sight up there, isn't there? Seen a lorry on the roof of a building, or what appears to be the roof of a building. Very unusual. What was I saying about a lack of litter bins? And there you are, the Canal and River Trust has put one here. So there goes my coffee carton. Very good, very good. Ah, I can see now there's actually a roadway there. It's part of this factory. I wonder what they make there. If I manage to find out, I'll let you know. Lock number 9. This one is full. I can see lock number 10 straight afterwards. That seems to be the pattern on this flight. Number 10 is also full. This next bridge is called Fox's Lane Bridge. And another litter bin. Lock number 11. Looks like there's a rail bridge going over here. I'm not sure it's actually used anymore. And then there's a much larger one that I think we're probably going to walk under in just a moment. Ooh, don't think I fancy going under there. That looks a little bit creepy, doesn't it? I think I'll stick to the canal. It's quite fascinating how they used to build these things. Look at all those rivets. Incredible. Incredibly strong, I should think. And what a incredible weight there must be in this thing. But look at that. What a fantastic structure. How many bricks do you think there are? Oh, it's just amazing. According to my Nicholson's guide, this is the Stour Valley Viaduct. Oh, fantastic structure. lock number 12 of 21, so more than halfway now. It's a very long pipe bridge crossing the canal. I wonder what it carries, whether it's water or gas. I'll see if I can find any clues. Well, I reckon that could be a clue. This is lock number 13. Yeah, this one has been emptied. I don't think it's going to show on the film, but there's actually a kingfisher on the edge of the lock, just flying around over there. He's going up the canal now, a flash of blue. Hopefully you might see it. From the exoticism of a kingfisher to what we normally find on the canals. Lots and lots of mallards quacking away quite happily. And lots of reeds over there. That's the kind of place you see swans building nests. I haven't seen any swans yet today, but we live in hope. I did see quite a lot last week in Worcester, of course. This is lock number 14. This one is full as well. Quite a large wide bend after it. And then I can see number 15. Lock number 15, that's full. Gonna go under a road bridge now. I believe that might be Gorsebrook Bridge. So it's just at the edge of this page before number 16. Well, I gotta say, I gotta eat my words about all the rubbish bins, haven't I? Because they've really gone to town here. I mean, it's great, but on lots and lots of other canals there are no rubbish bins to be seen at all. Only at the boater facilities. That's a little bit low, this. And there's the next lock. And I think some more litter bins. Lock number 16. Yeah, so I'm not sure what this one is called, but it's similarly impressive to the other railway bridge. I love the way the bricks go diagonally around the arch. They're not sort of like straight as they are on the rest of it. Hello, here's another bunch of ducks. Come to say hello. Looks like they're in a hurry to get somewhere. Come on, you at the back. Keep up. There we are. It's actually called Autherley Viaduct. And this is number 17. Lock 17. Looks like it's got quite an ornate bridge across the bottom gates. I don't think I've seen anything as fancy as that before. Let's go and take a look. Oh yeah, look at this. Very, very fancy. Another splendid view of Autherley Viaduct. I have a feeling that just around the corner that might be a CRT boat. It's the right colour for a CRT vessel, so maybe we'll actually find them doing some work on the lock gates. Soon find out. Well, I was right. I thought I recognized the blue colour. The CRT is doing something here, working on this lock. Alright, so there's some new beams have been built, and they're always built to order, to each individual lock. They'll be fitting these later, I expect. So that's number 18 where the guys are working, and you can see the poor condition of the beam there. So they are replacing the beams. I'm not sure if they're doing the entire gates. I wasn't able to speak to anyone. They all seemed very wrapped up in what they were doing. Yeah, there's work going on this one as well. You can see the big gantry there for lifting these beams. I don't know how much they must weigh, but an awful lot, I should think. Must be quite a job taking these gates off and repairing them or replacing them. It's the kind of work they usually do in the off season, sort of like in the winter. Right, so this is lock number 20. The back gate is open. Not quite sure why. That means there's just one more lock before the end of the canal. You can see the front gate got lots of fresh grease on the paddle mechanisms. I imagine those CRT guys have been doing some maintenance on it, and on the hinge there's lots of grease. And here we are, we've arrived at lock number 21, the last lock on this Wolverhampton flight. Again, the back gate has been left open, so I assume there's probably a reason for that. In fact, it's been padlocked as well, so that means the CRT has done this and they want it left like that. Now, it's the end of one canal, but it's where we join another canal. So the Birmingham Main Line Canal terminates here at Aldersley Junction and joins the Staffordshire and Worcestershire Canal, which we're going to look at now. This is Aldersley Junction Bridge. This is lock 21. As you emerge, you can go left or you can go right. If you go left, you're going in the direction of Stourport, and if you go right, it's in the direction of Great Haywood. Now I'm going to take a little walk up to the right, because on studying my Nicholson guide, I've discovered that in about a mile this canal meets the Shropshire Union Canal, which is one of the more widely used, I suppose, and better known canals. So I'm just going to walk that last mile now, and we'll have a look at the Shropshire Union Canal, where it ends and meets this one, the Staffordshire and Worcestershire Canal. And I have to cross the canal now because the towpath is on the other side. Oh, another little bin. It's not a lovely looking bridge. Someone's lost a football. Right, let's go and find Autherley Junction and the Shropshire Union Canal. Another large pipe bridge crossing the canal. Bit of a long straight this. I can see a few bridges ahead of us, which that does square with what my map suggests, and it won't be far then to the junction. Again, look at that brickwork. That's just amazing. What about those frogs, eh? You've got to admire people for managing to get up there and paint these things. I mean, it does take some dedication, yeah, I have to say that, whether you like graffiti or not. And this bridge here appears to be carrying a very large pipe of some kind. I don't know what it carries. Water, perhaps? It is described in the Nicholson Guide as an aqueduct. So I think just ahead is going to be Autherley Junction. A few boats tied up here. And you can see there's a bit of a breeze going today. Okay, so this is Autherley Junction, A-U-T-H-E-R-L-E-Y, and to my left is the beginning, or the end if you like, of the Shropshire Union Canal. Going left, this is the start of the Shropshire Union Canal. And quite a few boats tied up there. Just have a little look at them. And this lock is what's known as a stop lock, I think, which dates back to the times when people used to own sections of the canal and would charge you for using their section. I think some of these are possibly hire boats which have been moored up for the off season. Yeah, that's nice. Look at all those lovely boats. So I think this is as far as I'm going to walk today. Someone's been putting some breadcrumbs out for these fellas, I think. They don't seem that bothered by me. I guess they must be very well used to people and boats. Look at those orange feet. Somehow they look artificial, don't they? As if they're made of rubber. Anyone lost a hat? There is a little bit of a current here, you can see, flowing that way, as the water is escaping through the gaps. Yeah, that walkway looks a bit dodgy, I must say. I wonder if they're going to replace that. I'm not sure I'd fancy walking across it. So if we were to carry on up this canal, up the Shropshire Union, in about 40 miles, we'd reach somewhere called Aldersley Junction, and Aldersley Junction is where the Llangollen Canal starts or ends, according to how you see things. The Llangollen Canal is really sort of an offshoot of this canal, so it's really the Llangollen branch of the Shropshire Union Canal. So yeah, if I'm lucky enough to have some time on the Llangollen this year, I might find myself then coming down this canal all the way down here and then turning right, making my way down to Wolverhampton, and then turning left, making my way to Birmingham, and then down towards Droitwich, Worcester. That'll be really nice because I'm quite familiar with those canals, having walked them, but we'll see. Let's keep our fingers crossed that Gladys is ready sooner rather than later. So I hope you've enjoyed this last section of the Birmingham Main Line Canal, including those 21 locks at Wolverhampton. That's going to be quite a challenge, and also a little bonus of walking up as far as the Shropshire Union Canal. If you have enjoyed the video, then please give it a like. Think about leaving a comment if you have something to say, and if you haven't subscribed yet, then please do think of doing so. That would be much appreciated. And if you have subscribed, thank you ever so much. I really do appreciate it. And so that's it until next time. I'll see you soon. Bye for now.